HelloViewing.com. This is Orlando, and I am live today from Houston, Texas, and we are going to do a sound check real quick. This is Orlando, and nice sound check done and all ready to go. So today we are doing lesson 6 of 10, and these lessons are meant to show our students how to get hired by the major web hosting companies. And this is actually simpler than you think. The main point here is going to be showing the students what they need to know before they go into the interview. Where a lot of people fail is that they get that interview and, the recruiter, whoever is interviewing you, they have a necessity. They want to hire somebody. They're not just, especially tech companies, especially web hosting companies, they want to hire people because they are always looking for great talent. And so when you go into an interview, the problem that most people have is that they end up not knowing the questions that they're going to be asked because they haven't been involved in this industry so much. And honestly, it's not like there's a web hosting company in every corner. Now, there are smaller companies that exist, but not major ones that hire people at a high level. Now, most web hosting companies pay pretty well, actually, and they have a lot of perks. So this is a very great industry to get into, and once you get into it, you want to stay in it. So what I'm doing with these 10 lessons is kind of giving you some general knowledge, working knowledge, on what it is to actually understand the tools that you're going to need to know, how to utilize them, how to properly utilize this information for your advantage when you're going into this interview. And so today I am joined by my students. I got two of them. I got Manuel and Cristina. I want them to say hello. Hello, guys.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Good. And yourself, Manuel? How's it going? How was your weekend?
Very good.
Very good. All right. And Cristina, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent. All right. So you guys ready to dive in?
Please.
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to do a pop quiz. It's going to be a verbal pop quiz, and it's going to be very quick, okay? The first one is for Manuel. I want to access my cPanel, and I want to access it unsecurely. How would I do that?
You go to your domain and then colon 2083.
I want to access it unsecurely.
Unsecurely 2082.
Okay, thank you. All right, Christina, if I want to access my cPanel and I do not have a domain name, how do I access it? And I want to access it securely.
You can use your IP address and with a colon afterwards, and securely it would be 2083.
What else do I need?
HTTPS :// before the IP address.
Okay, perfect. You guys both pass on that. All right, now the other question is, once I'm inside of the cPanel, and I want to go ahead and install a brand new WordPress, script, how do I go about that? I'll ask Manuel, go ahead.
You go to if the server has an installer like Softaculous, you go to Softaculous and just follow the instructions and set up your first or your whatever number WordPress CMS from there,
Okay, perfect. That's what I was looking for. For the most part, most companies have an installer there, whether it's Fantastical, Softaculous, Quick Install, or something along those lines. They always have something there that will allow you to do that. Otherwise, you would have to do the installation manually, which is not something that we're going to cover because, frankly, you're not going to see a lot of people asking you to install WordPress manually. The other question to you guys is, if you forget your password, this one's for Christina, you forget your password for your admin area, how can you go about changing it? You know, and if you forgot your password in your email, how do you go about getting this information back?
You can do that by going into PHP My Admin, and you can click on users, and it should show you the username and the email. If you want to change your password, you click edit and then fill in the blanks.
Fill in whatever you want using the MD5 hash. Okay, perfect, guys. You've been paying attention. Now, once inside of your WordPress dashboard, you want to create a page, a new page. How do you go about that?
Go to pages and add the page that you want.
Perfect.
Or delete the ones that you want.
Okay. Now, after you add the name, anything else you need to do, or is that it?
Well, you need to edit the
permalink.
The permalink, sorry, the name of the page and the permalink, and then update.
Now, the only reason that you should edit the permalink, I will add, is if you're not happy with the suggestion that you know, the WordPress gave for you. And so that's the only reason. But otherwise, it should give you, you should look at the permalink. And if it's not to your liking, then you can edit that. What about, Christina, if you don't like the order that the pages are being displayed, you know, within your installation, how do you go about changing the order?
In
the navigation bar?
You do, yeah. In the dashboard, you can also delete them, but you put in the number of order you'd like. There's a number.
Perfect.
Spot.
Perfect, guys. The last thing is, okay, if you want to make sure that your page is live on the web, how do you go about doing this? Where do you go to ensure that your page is live on the web?
Well, you can check number one through the browser, and if it is not updated, you go to kproxy.com.
Okay.
And see if that's upgraded.
So I think you're going in the right direction, but you're like a step ahead. I'm being very careful with the words that I'm using. Otherwise, I'm giving away the answer. What I'm saying is, okay, you come to your web page and there's, you know, it says, you know, page not found, or no, not page not found, but you don't see anything, error or something like that. What is the thing that you want to ensure that you do to make sure that your website is pointing? If it's a new website, how do you go about ensuring that this website is reflecting to the world and that is being displayed?
Well, checking that it is pointing correctly to the servers, okay, to the DNS, and then if it is correct, it needs to be running. If not, you can upgrade the DNS at the register.
Perfect. Okay, that is correct. The DNS, the name servers need to be pointing to the server that is hosting your website. That is key, guys. Name servers. Remember that. All right. Now I taught you guys a little bit about WordPress, pages, all of that. Now I'm going to show you a little bit more in depth on how somebody would go about building part of their blogs. Pages are typically used as the main structure in a website. That is the about, that is the contact, all those pages that you see there. But if you guys recall, when we first started our blog on Save Love, you had all these different posts, right?
Yeah.
And so those are different than pages, and they have a different feel to them. So what we're going to do today is create a post, a real post, nonetheless. And what we are going to accomplish with this is we're going to teach you guys. I'm putting 5 top free tools, but I'll probably update it myself and put about 15 tools that you guys can utilize in order to, you know, update a web page really quickly if you need to do something fast and free. It's everything that I will show you today is going to be free. So let's get started with that. And so for the first thing that I am going to do is I am going to share with you guys my screen. Bear with me for a second there, and this will start showing up on your end. Okay, do you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what I have here is basically a new blog that we're going to be creating. And in this blog, what we're going to do is include a title. Now, what we want to know is essentially how to title this blog, because that's the biggest mistake people make, giving the blog the wrong title. One tool that I will say that I would start with is SEMrush, and we're doing this like live. You know, I didn't go into it and try to mess with it. I'm trying to give you guys practicality so you guys can see some of the troubleshooting that you might face when you do go into some of these tools. But here we go, SEMrush.com. So I would say, since this is the first tool that I'm pulling up, perhaps this will be number one, not number one, but one of the top tools on my list to kind of figure out how to title my blog. Now, here you can enter a domain name or keyword or URL. So what we're going to do is do free tools to create a website. Let's see if that comes up with any kind of results, because it might be too many. See, too many words here. So so let's look at a smaller keyword. Let's see if that changes anything. I want you guys to see what the different searches that you can actually utilize in this tool. A lot of people utilize, for example, what they do is they go to google.com, and what they do is, for example, they put best free tools to create a website. They start off with the keywords that they want to figure out on how to position them. So let's start with free, and it starts filling them out. Okay, free tools, and you don't have to capitalize it, to create. And see how it said over here to build? See? Free tools to build a website. So it auto-populates that for you. And it shows you, here are some top websites. And here's one that came up. The first one before the ads. This is the organic one. And it's one called createablog.com. Okay. So this one is a website that has been indexed by Google, and so we're going to check out this website. Okay, let's see what we know, what we can find out about this website. Well, it's not coming up with anything, so let's try that again. All right, let's start there again. Okay, here we go. So look at this. Organic search, 1.1 million. Traffic cost, 2.6 million. How much of this is actually paid? Let's see. I mean, It has some pay features here, from what I can see. But this website is well indexed. Let's look at this website, anyways, because that's very interesting. The reason that I wanted to start with some research is so I can understand how to phrase my title here, because it will have an effect on rankings if I wanted to index it for the search engines. And so, as you can see, this is a well built out site that has a lot of powerful information, and no wonder they're well indexed by Google and has a lot of organic results, because as you saw there, when I say organic results, I mean where you don't pay for it, okay? And that's powerful, because right now this is the first site that I went to. So guess what? A lot of people are going here when they're looking for tools, and so their traffic is tremendous. I also like to use Alexa to just get a general idea on how those sites are ranking. So if you go to Alexa and then you put in creativeblog.com, and let's see, this site is ranked 3,296 in the entire world. Now, for people that don't know about ranking, this is huge. This is huge. I mean, being ranked at this amount is major. Now, I never heard of this company before. Maybe I'm a little out of it on terms of these blogs, but as you can see, a lot of their stuff comes from the U.S., India, 23 from the U.S., 11% from India, and 6% from the UK. Now, why is it important? Let me ask you guys a question. Why is it important for me to even know this information? Because it has to make sense in order for you to learn it. If I'm showing you a tool that shows you, keywords, and a tool that shows you rankings, how would you actually utilize that with a live client that you might be talking to capture their attention? Where do you see this fitting in, Manuel?
Well, it's the effectiveness of the work that you are doing for your customer, that it has a correct ranking or a very good ranking, because it is going to cash in benefits for the customer.
Okay, absolutely. Anything else that you can think of? Christina?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, remember when I told you guys that every call that you're going to take is a call where you have the opportunity to really get to the core of why the customer is hosting a website to begin with. To figure this out, you have to know for yourself why people actually build websites. And the reason is because either they want to be a tool for their business, or two, they want that tool to make them money. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's hard for anybody to give advice to others on how to make money with tools that you don't know how to make money yourself with. Okay, so if somebody is coming to you, Christina, and saying, hey, I want to start my website, and you're telling them, hey, you should do this and that, and you never actually done it or work with it, how can you ensure that the advice that you're giving somebody is going to, be worth anything, except an attempt to sell something? So my point here is, if you have tools that are decent in the fact that they can show you the way on what's working for somebody else and how it's working for them, and you can kind of deconstruct the process for a customer, and not to get into too much of a conversation, just simply say, okay, I see that your site right now is not even ranked. That's the first thing that you can see for a site. It's not even ranked, one. That means that there's no data out there for your site, and there's a reason for that, you know. And if you go into Google and you put in your name doesn't even come up in the search engines. So these are things that you have to understand in order to get the person from point A to point B. If my goal is to help a customer, and it's really that in depth, I want to help the customer, then I want to help them by giving them advice that they are going to feel comfortable with. In this case, I was showing you guys this website, and it was striking is that all of the searches is organic. Let me show you guys again, because I want to spend just a little bit of time on here, okay? And okay. Now, what is it? What is the website called? The one that we're looking at right now? This one?
SEMrush.com.
SEMrush.
SEM.
SEM.
Yeah, SEMrush. I say
Yeah,
SEM.
Yeah.
Rush. Sorry, I was using my Spanish.
That's good. That's fine. Okay, SEMrush.
SEMrush.
This is a tool, guys. This is a tool that you can utilize in order to investigate organic traffic. So if somebody is in the business of, let's say, it's in the bakery business, all right, and they want to rank high, well, there are going to be clues that you can follow on how to get them to rank higher. And you're going to see what kind of volume is coming out. For example, here, what I was showing you guys, that there is 1.1 million organic keywords that there are indexed for. Well, in this case, my apologies, 512K of organic keywords, and their traffic is estimated on a monthly basis of 2.6 million.
Wow,
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of traffic that Google is sending this specific website. That's a lot of money. Look at this. Pay search 0. They have 95,000 essentially, almost 96,000 total backlinks. That means that there's websites that are pointing back to them.
Yeah.
That's 96, almost 96,000 websites pointing back to this specific website.
Almost 100,000. It's very important because the search engines must reflect or put you in the first ranking if you have a lot of backlinks.
Look at this. I'm also showing you guys. I don't see you see the little little arrow that's moving. This year they peaked 1 million users that visited their site this year. This in the month of December. January, stay steady, and let's see, April they have received 1.1 million users already, or people that have gone traffic to their website. So you start looking at this, and you look at this also is not U.S. based traffic is 47%. So the U.S. is, so what? Also, the reason that this is important is because if your traffic is mainly in the U.S., then you know that the products that you're going to present to the people, hopefully are useful for an audience in the U.S. So there you have that. Then you also have here the keywords that they're in position for. For example, here they're in position picture apps. They're in #1 position for that word. Infographics, they're in the first position for that. Net, the word net. If you put net, they should be in the first position, 12th position. I'm sorry. So let's test this out, okay? Let's see how accurate this is. If I go to Google and I put infographics, according to SEMrush, they should be first. So let's do that. Infographics. All right, so and the name of this is Creative Block. As you can see, they're in the second position, right? First or second is typically almost the same, to be honest with you. So they're off by one position. But it could be the difference between, you know, having an extra 100,000 people come to your site or not. I mean, that first and second position is very coveted. The first three positions are coveted. So that shows you that if you put in these keywords in Google, that it should be amongst the first couple of results. So let's try this one. This is picture apps. Okay. What position are they in?
No, the first.
The first.
Yeah, first.
First position. Okay. So why is this specific tool important? I want to ask you guys again. Why do you think this specific tool is important?
Because it give you a real information about the position of a website in the internet.
Okay. What about you, Christina?
Well, it shows how well they're succeeding, and it gives you kind of an idea of how to make yours succeed a little better, I guess.
Yeah, sure. It gives you a little bit of things that you see that they're doing, what keywords they're ranking for. Because obviously, like any good student, this is the bad thing about people. They're very bad students when it comes to web hosting and web design and all of that. They don't want to do research. They want to spend so much time doing the graphics and doing the appearance that they miss the biggest thing, you know. And in this case is being indexed by the major search engines. And the biggest reason that most people miss this is because they don't understand how impactful this is. And they're just happy with the fact that they have a website. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. You know, SEO doesn't happen overnight. This is not a one fit solution and that's it. This happens over time, and it happens in a way that, you know, it just takes time for it to develop. So I want people to understand that it's not going to happen for you overnight. It's not going to happen for me overnight. And when it does happen that way, it's because they're using bad techniques, you know, very awful techniques that will get you probably banned from Google to begin with. So you got to be very careful about that. Now,
can we see when a creative blog has been created?
Sure, we can go back and utilize do a Whois, and we can see when it started. We actually can see from Google that in 2012. I'll show you this. If you look at the screen right here, 2012, yeah. Right here. See, 2012, they had next to no traffic. January, wow. And they have done all of this, built all this traffic in a matter of years. 5 years to be exact.
Yeah.
Look, they had 10 traffic, 0, okay, and then they went from 10 to 34,000 the same year. In 1 year, they went from this. Let's see. Let's look at this. February 10 had searches that were led to it, but it was 10. Then in March, 184. That's a huge jump.
Yeah.
That's a huge jump. Look at this. 184, 480 in April, 2,035 in May, and 1,909 in June. I don't know what they were doing, but they were doing something. And the traffic, look at this. Within 1 year, they were up to 112,000. So you can kind of see how fast or slow you can get to a certain point, you know. Main organic competitors for this is this other company here. AWW Awards or awards.com. Smashingmagazine.com is an organic competitor. Canva.com, and so on. So this is really, really good stuff right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Good
So this website, okay. This website came up first for our key search that we had. For the keyword was, I think it was a best free tools to create. Best, or was it free tools? Free tools to create. Create a website.
You change to build.
Okay. And create, and they're here. See, so choose a web builder. 16 top tools. Let's go to this specific page. Okay. Choose a website builder. 16 top tools. And that's their title, essentially. Okay. So when building our title, oh, check this out. SEMrush, SEO tools, is advertising. You know why is advertising? Because of cookies. There's cookies. The cookies let Google know that I'm interested in some kind of SEO feature because I browse there. So now when I go, I see this advertisement there. All right. So they have a list of their tools here. I'm going to stick with my title. Let's see, what was the title? Free tools to create a website. So we're going to do 15 best free tools to create a website. But we're only going to cover a few today, okay?
Yeah.
All right, give me a second here. And we will get going. All right, so we're going to go ahead and enter that here into the blog. Notice that the blog is the post is the same as the pages, same format. And when I click down here, it's going to create that that link for me once I publish. So let me publish real quick. Okay. So now I have Vyond.com 15 best free tools create website. That's the permalink that it gave me. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so 15 best free tools to create a website. I'm happy with the title. Now the next thing that we're gonna do is add the tools. So what is the first thing we did to start working in this, to start working to get to this point where we knew what to name our blog? We did a little research, right? And what tool did we use to do the research?
SEMrush.com.
All right. So let's add that as one of the tools. Let's see. Do I want to add it? Yes, I'll add an image here. We'll start with an image to begin with. Okay. SEMrush. Now, what do I want to? What do I want here? I want to add a picture. Now, I don't have a picture. I don't have a picture of SEMrush. So what I want to do is either get a logo or something that I can share here to display that tool. And to do that, I'm going to need to utilize some form of graphics program to do my my graphics, right? Do you guys have, any of you guys have Photoshop or any tools along those lines? Any web, any drawing tools? graphic tools?
Yeah, I have.
You have Photoshop?
I have Inkscape and GIMP.
Okay. What about yourself, Christina?
Well, I only have the default Paint program, but I can find some free ones online.
Well, no need, because I have one for you.
Okay.
That's part of the tools, because when you're working with something, you need the tools, right? You'll need tools to motivate and move your other tools. So this is the word Pixlr, pixlr.com, okay? And there they basically have this free Photoshop-like tool that allows you to basically do Photoshop-like stuff. So let's see this. Let's see if this one launches it. And create new image. So what? Yeah. So let's see. Create new image. What is the size of my image now? When putting up I would say a
logo?
No, not a logo, but an image. You want to make it the right height and the right width. You don't really want to make it too big or too small, because then what's going to happen is WordPress is going to magnify those, or it's going to make it smaller automatic for you. So that means it's going to add more load to your web page. And instead of you having that extra load, what you want to do is get the right size for a picture. Now, I've been working on some stuff on my end, and let me see what sizes those are. Let me see if I can find it really quickly here. Otherwise I'll just Google it.
But it is going to be used like a letterhead or like a background, or how it is going to be used?
This is going to be used just for not as background, just a regular pic. And here we go, I got it. So I found my picture that I had, my image size. So I want to do 480 on the width by 312 on the height. Okay, that way whenever I input all my images, I can have the right size. So let's try this. And actually, here's a few presets that this already has. This one's a decent one, and there's another option, but the one that I said was going to be 480 on the height. Let's see, will it let me? 480 on the height is going to be 312. Now the bad thing about the free tools is that they are a little buggy, and so there you go. That's 480 by 312 pixels on this specific image. The next thing that I want to do is I want to find a logo for SEMrush, right? So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we can go to the site. There's a place that I utilize to give free, royalty-free images, and that is Pixabay. So let's go ahead and switch over to Pixabay. Here's my
Pixabay
image that I'm creating, and here we go. Let's go ahead and jump over. Fact. Okay, so we're gonna take this and SEMrush, and we're gonna see if Pixabay has anything free for us to use. This is in a place where you can come and get free images. As you can see, it says free images and videos you can use anywhere. All images and videos on Pixabay are released free of copyrights under Creative Commons laws. So you may download, modify, distribute, and use them royalty free for anything you like, even commercial applications. So that's the reason that I like this. Nothing that they're giving us for free on SEMrush. You can always go to Google and get like maybe the logo of the company, SEMrush. I would check first to see what the laws are in regards to utilizing some of their images. But here we go. This is SEMrush. So let me save that, and I will save it on I guess my desktop would be fine. So save that, and in fact I can also, if I don't want to get into that, I can just probably do that, take a snapshot of it and go back to my photo editor. Maybe it didn't work, but okay. So go to File, open New Image, and Desktop, SEMrush, Review, and there it is. Now it's supposed to have some of the same features that you get on some of the other browsers, like Control X for cutting, but I don't think it has Control. Oh, it does have Control V for pasting. So Control X for cutting, Control V for pasting. The reason that I'm bringing this over here is because I want to shrink it over to 480 by 320. Now, Control T typically does transform on this. I don't see that being an option, so I have to look for it here. And image. It says crop, free transform here. See, it says Control plus T. See, I tried that, but it doesn't work. To keep this logo from going off hinge here, do Shift, because if you don't do Shift, it's going to scale, you know, unproportionately. So Shift, and there you go. SEMrush is now resized. Do you want to apply changes? Yes. And now you just go to File, Save. Let's see if there's another option. Yeah, Save. SEMrush. I'm gonna save for JPEG quality. Typically, you want to do, let's see, quality about 80% is fine. And see this 19 KB on the size, that's very small. So that's to help your blog become faster. So let's save that. SEMrush, desktop as well, JPEG format. And so now you've seen that there's a free tool out there that will allow you to size images or create them or do some creative stuff if you need it, okay? So we go back to our blog now, and we delete the image that is currently up there. We upload our image. We see it here. We open it up. Let's go ahead and add a little shadow. Let's add a border, and let's put a caption on there. SEMrush. I think that's how they spell it. They have it full capital here, but I think I saw it SEMrush. Either way, we'll go ahead and look at that in a moment. So I save this. Now, what else do I have to do to publish this, Christina?
Save right there.
Update.
Update. Yeah.
Update. All right. So let's visit this to see how it looks. "15 best free tools to create a website," and we got SEMrush here, and we'll add description later on to it. All right, so far the first tool we used was SEMrush. What was the second tool that we used?
Alexa.com.
Okay, that is true. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything on Pixabay for Alexa.com. Alexa. Kermit the Frog, no. So let's go back to Google. Alexa's owned by Amazon, by the way. Alexa.com. Let's make it more. Images. And here we go. Okay, here's an image, Alexa. And we can save this. Save as Alexa. Okay. What was the other tool that we used to resize it?
PixLR.
Yeah. Pixlr, PixLR, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't make a difference to me. So let's go ahead and import the other tool. First of all, before I do that, let me get rid of this one. How do I do it? Control X, that means cut. Control X, and there we go. File, open image, Alexa JPEG, open. Let's go ahead and do Control X for Alexa. And then Control V for pasting. And we could probably just go with this right here. But
Shift.
yeah, but then we go to edit, free transform, and that will allow us to size the image. Here we go. There we go. And then save. And then we save it as a JPEG again. Save as JPEG. Alexa.com. Quality 80% is fine. 14 KB. Again, Alexa.com. That's fine. And then we go back to our blog. And what we do here is on the second part here, we do the same thing we did on the first one. I'll just duplicate this. This has the option to duplicate this image. I'll take it over. I'll edit it. And then I'll go ahead and remove it. Then after that, we'll put Alexa.com and upload the image. Alexa.com JPEG. Save. How do I update this, Christina?
You save and then choose update.
Okay, update. And then what do? Refresh here. And there are two of those tools. 1, 2. All right, next. What other tools did we use to start our website? What other tools did we incorporate? Is this one. This one that we are using right now to do editing. PixLR.
Oh yeah.
So let's I'm pretty sure that there's not an image on Pixabay. Now the other one actually before PixLR, I would say either Pixabay, but I'll go ahead and leave it with this one. So let's do this logo, Pixlr Editor. I think we'll go with something more visual. Welcome to the most popular online photo editor in the world. Let's see. The quality. Oh no, actually. Okay, we can do this one. And save the image as. Okay. And let's go to where? Pixlr. And then, yeah, and then let's go ahead and remove that Alexa real quick. I'm just deleting that. Open image, Pixlr new, open it. Then we copy this. There we go. Control X, Control V, and that gives us that. And then we edit, and then we do free transform, shift, and then we bring it down. There we go.
Said something that was in the report. Well, there's actually a mic. All
right.
Event.
All right, there we go. And then yes, and then we save it. Pick LR. Save as, or just save. And then we just do Pix LR, and then quality 80, and see how it's 32 KB on that one. It's a little more full. All right, so now we go ahead and upload that back to our blog, tool number 3. And so
duplicate,
retake the image over here. The only reason that I'm duplicating is because it saves me 2 clicks later on. Those clicks are literally right here, drop shadow border and having to add the widget. But here we go, upload pixlr.jpg. Then we go ahead and do this right here. .com.
Save and update.
Save, update, and all we do is wait for that. Refresh. All right, you got 3 tools now in the wings that are ready to go, that will help you with your experience. Now I said 5. Let's go ahead and do the next one, and that is the let's see, Pixabay. Yes, let's see, do I have it here? Okay, let's just go ahead and do Pixabay, and let's do Pixabay. Let's see if they actually have anything about themselves. They have this beautiful thing called Pixabay here. They have one here. Okay, I like that one. So let's go ahead and go with this one. Download, and it's downloaded. This one's gonna be huge. I can tell just by looking at it. We go out to our online editor. We remove this. Then we upload. Open image. Downloads. Probably, here we go, Pixabay. And there it is. What do I do now, guys?
You just select, cut, and paste in the
Control X, Command X, depending if you're on Mac or a PC. Control V to paste, and then transform over here. Unfortunately, this, for some reason, the Control T doesn't work.
Edit.
Yeah, I never seen it work, to be honest with you, but no worries, I can live with it.
That's large.
Yeah, that's what I said. From when I saw it initially, I was like, this is gonna be large. So we're gonna have to bring it down, and there we are. Okay, so, and then we just save it, and let's see how. Let's save it. Save. Pixabay. And quality 80, okay. 17 KB, not bad at all. And then we bring it over here and we duplicate this, we take it over, and then we edit this image, remove the image, upload the image, pixabay.jpg, and just change the name. Save, and then update. Now let's see how it does. And there you go, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four tools so far of the 15 that I want to show you guys, and they're all very useful. As you can see, you can use SEMrush, Alexa, Pixlr, Pixabay to coordinate and move your project forward. So we're out of time for today, and so we're gonna leave it at that. I want to thank everyone who has joined us this today, and our students that are faithfully here with us every day, learning and getting more familiar with the web hosting industry. And some of the things that we're teaching right now are very practical. They're things that are going to help our students get a good grasp on how to be successful with website. Anything you guys want to say today? What did you guys learn? Just give me some of the things that you guys were able to learn via this specific lesson. Let me stop presenting and turn over the time to you guys.
Well, sorry, you begin, Christina, please.
Oh, we learned how to create a post and add images to it and really customize it.
Okay, so learn to create a post, add image to it, customize it. Okay.
Yeah. We went to the semrush.com to find out the best tools, and it's like a website to see the traffic and all the information about the websites, how they are indexed and how many clicks they have, and how to have this information available for the customers in order for them to know what it can be done for them to put them up in the ranking. And for sure the edition in the WordPress.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much today, and thank you guys for following this 10 series, these 10 lesson series that we're doing for you guys on how to get hired by the major web hosting companies. These students are learning some of the most in-depth techniques that you want to know and information that you want to have in order to be able to assist a customer properly. So until next lesson, we'll see you then. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.